Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What you're seeing here is I literally had to sawzall the bolts off of these two front tires. The tube that the bolt had went through, it had never been lubricated with grease or anything, probably since the person owned this antique Ferris. And the metal actually fused together. As you can see, it wouldn't turn on either one. I even broke a sawzall blade off on the first one that I did, so I got a shorter one, which was very thick metal. But what I'm doing is I cut these guys off. I'm replacing them with run flat tires that I got on Amazon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grease the inside of inside where the bearings would be, and put the bolts through there. And then as you can see, I'm going spray paint crazy with Rust-Oleum. The best way to say it's called Regal Red. I found out online in some chat groups this is the closest color to Ferris that you could find. This isn't a new Ferris. This big boy is an antique. I hate to say it like that. I've nicknamed this lawnmower Big Red because it doesn't want to give up, and it's enjoying what I'm trying to do to it, bring it back to life. It's not going to be perfect. This is not a perfect paint job. I sanded where I could. There's a few spots where I painted over it. You're going to see it, the front dash where the key is. And I'm going to re-sand that down, and I'm going to put that sticker, the original sticker, right over the top of it. But to be honest with you, it's better than it was. It's not going to be perfect, but again, it's better than it was. This poor puppy has been used and abused beyond recognition. It just breaks my heart. Who could just destroy the poor thing like this? But I'm slowly bringing it back to life. It originally had what would we call it? Liquid lock or vapor lock, and the bad carburetor. I had to hot wire the daggone the wiring. But we're gonna get that replaced. We're gonna get the choke replaced. We're gonna get the throttle cable replaced. I gotta get the brakes replaced. There's certain things that it's beyond my knowledge level. I'm just having fun doing this. As you can see, we're gonna let that dry. And what I'm doing at my truck is this is the guys that I got off of Amazon, and I bought the same bolts. I went on the diagram, and I actually have the bolts you can see I'm putting there. I actually found in a tractor. It's kind of like a tractor supply store, but it's up there in Ohio, and I got a whole bunch of them. And what I'm gonna do is I also got some grease. I'm gonna grease inside the holes. As you can see, this is what I'm doing with my rubber glove. And I'm going to try to treat it a whole lot better. That's where the grease fitting is, but we're going to start out and put some stuff in there and make sure that it stays that way. This poor thing, this poor lawnmower, Big Red, is probably going into shock to get greased in spots where it probably was never greased when the person bought the daggone thing. And, for it to be an antique, because I'm saying it was made in I think the late 90s, 1996 or something like that. For someone to do such, let's just let it die like this. And I'm just having so much fun trying to get it back together and do certain things. But she's got a good bit of power to it, and it's very enjoyable to actually find it. Like I said, I'm putting it in the hole and I'm tapping it down a little bit. Get enough grease in there. I'm actually going to over grease them, but I'm going to set that up and make sure that it comes out, to be treated with some type of dignity. This poor thing looks like it was never treated like dignity. I know I'm acting like it's alive, but I spent so much time trying to figure some of this stuff out that, it's become, this little lawnmower is starting to become part of the family, but growing up, when you say you never own nothing, you never own nothing. So now I got more respect for, certain things. Yeah, it's a lawnmower, but this baby is a beast. It's a tank. And when I'm done with it, you're going to really enjoy it. As you see, we're back. I'm going to fit it in there. I just want to give that paint some time to dry, but I'm going to wind up getting some grease all over the place anyway. But again, we're going back to this baby's antique. There was no paint on it, mostly rust everywhere. I sanded everywhere I could, grinded wherever I could. And after that, hey, it's going to be better with paint over it, Rust-Oleum. That stuff is no joke. We'll try these other ones because it's cheaper, because it's really thin. The paint is really thin. On the main deck, the top piece and the deck, I put primer all over that. Then I painted over it red, and I put so much red on that sucker. And as you can see, I'm sitting there tightening it down, but then I got to loosen it up a little bit so it actually will roll. Cleaned it up, and then what I'm doing is going back to the other one. I had, instead of putting the washers, it's some kind of plastic something or other where it was the wrong thing. I left in between the other side on the right side, and so I'm taking them off. I'm gonna grease that, and then put some washers in between the tires. You know what I mean? So at least it look even. But now I got 3 new tires. Then I gotta go back, and if you look at the back left, we're gonna take that one apart, because once again, it probably hasn't been replaced since 1996, and it was all rusted out and goop it all in the middle of it. So I'm probably gonna have to sawzall that poor puppy off of there, and sand it down, repaint it, prime it, and then paint it again, and then we're gonna have it put back on there. It's cost about, just to get it mounted, is about it's $20 to get it mounted. I'm gonna get a new valve stem, for that, and then we're going to, I might, if I get happy when I go over there, give the guy even $5-10 tip. The best thing about this is I'm learning that on the other side, what I did was I'm learning from my mistakes. Now, if you watch, I'm only moving this lawnmower with one hand, so it's gonna go cockeyed for a few minutes, because I'm starting to realize which hand is the one to guide it with, so I can keep an eye on it. But I'm just showing you that this puppy, it works. She works. She's working. We're gonna have to get some tank straps. I might get a new top. I gotta slow down on the money wise for the tank. But as you can see, I painted. See all that? We're gonna sand that down again. I painted the way, you see where the air filter is. Painted that nice and black. We're probably gonna try to do the top of the lawnmower too. Some little pieces off of the muffler actually fell off after I videotaped this. I'm thinking real easy, like I can just go get another piece, but they don't make it no more. So what I'm gonna have to do is get some metal filler, and there's like a little crack in the little hole in the side. I'm gonna fill that in, because it's high heat metal. And then we're probably I'm gonna find like an engine Rust-Oleum black paint or something. I'm gonna spray paint that muffler. But this is me cutting my lawn. It's crazy. There's no adjust on it. You gotta adjust it by the little metal washers in the front and the bolts in the back to move it up and down. But it cuts at a nice, good height. And boy, further you push down on that this puppy, she gets up and go. That's my lawn cutting. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for the next one and stuff after that. Be blessed, guys. Thanks.